Just stop doing it. Before I knew it, I was looking like this. These three things are essential. If you're not doing them, forget about testosterone. Ashwagandha. Bam! My testosterone at 0. I feel insecure, weak, apathetic. I'm unhappy. The way I look, the way I live every day is like the day before. I can't even look people in the eye. I walk around with my head down. There's a girl I like, and I'm afraid to go near her. What I do is play games, eat popcorn, and eating fast food. And after a while, I look like this. I've become tight. I'm incredibly confident. I can do anything I set my mind to. I understand human body and health better than any doctor. I get rid of my harmful environment. I get rid of all my bad habits. I started working out and I got the body of a Greek god. And what did I do to accomplish this? I just subscribed to my Discord channel, where you can find guides how to raise your testosterone, how to increase your sleep quality, get rid of all bad habits, like stop eating popcorn and all that. Join in. And seriously, I didn't have my Discord channel back then, but if I had it back then, I think now I will be a dollar millionaire and a superhuman like a Homelander right now. What made my life change so much? What did I do? I just rate my testosterone. That's the answer. It's simple. And you know, there are people who say that, no, testosterone is not that important. It's just the one hormone. It's more important. It's man's personality, his character. Here's a news for you. Our hormones determine our character. Literally, you act like a girl. You cry all the time. You can't defend yourself. It's all because elevate estrogen and protein in blood. Of course, character also by the numbers and sensitivity of receptors in your brain. You're assiduous about life. But the thing that changed me was nothing but testosterone. And how can you raise it? I will talk about it next. So what is testosterone? Wait. If you think that you already know everything about testosterone, don't rush. If you're still not looking like this, you probably don't know anything. So, testosterone. Let me bust in the most common myth about testosterone, that it's responsible for our anger and rage. Something about toxic masculinity, etc. Bullshit. That men with a high level of testosterone is danger to society because they are insane. No, they are not. Testosterone is not associated with aggression or even any kind of belligerence. If you ask me, but how could it be? Everybody says, warrior so ready, so angry. They must have high testosterone. I'll give you an example. Everybody knows the samurai. They are great warriors who live in Japan, but not many people know the fact that I learned from book of Robert Sapolsky that called Behavior or something like this. Many samurai cut off their testicles. Some even kept it in hot water. There's a lot weird stuff going on. But the bottom line, even if a samurai didn't have testicles, he was still a brave warrior and a very aggressive. But testicles produce testosterone. How could they not? That's it. That's the whole answer to that. That it is not responsible for aggression. But what it is responsible for, like our moods, testosterone is natural antidepressant. If you have high testosterone, you won't get depressed. I'm talking about nature of testosterone, not about injected. Because many bodybuilders on course of steroids get not only depression, but a full set of destroyed health. So what else? Libido, rate of muscle growth, joint strength, recovery, quality of sleep, self-confidence, your intelligence level. It's not a secret that the higher is testosterone, more cool and collected person is. The opposite of animal behavior. He's focused and concentrated on his goal. And the exact opposite of that is omega. That who I was. Bad posture, insecurity, staring at the floor, low libido, weakness, apathy, all the worst of it. So how do we boost our testosterone? Join my Discord channel. Actually, no kidding. There are studies that show if you are in a community, you associate it with your pack. And being in such a big pack or being in a pack with a strong individuals raises your testosterone. So however, join Discord and you have plus 15% of testosterone. So, now seriously, how do we raise our testosterone? First, healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle, in its simplest form, is healthy nutrition. Proper nutrition is so to eat 1,500 at your body weight at 19 kilograms, avoid sweets and flour, and cut back on fats, trying to lose weight. And that's not about eating meat and rice 5 times a day, and completely ignoring fat intake. Correct is when you have all macronutrients balanced. Fats about 0.9 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. Protein about 2 grams, and carbs there's so much that in the sum we came out, depending on the load, from 30 to 34 calories per the same unfortunate kilogram of our body. Remember, without a sufficient amount of cholesterol in the diet, no hormones in the normal ratio are not worth dreaming about. By consuming low amount of fats, you're preventing the body from synthesizing pregnenolone and progesterone, which is what our testosterone is made of. A good solution for getting fats is eggs and coconut oil. That's what I use. Somebody recommends eating peanut pasta, like that's the where fats are cool. No, I don't recommend it. Second, give up internet diets. I often read the two phrases, depending on who the author of the diet belongs to. First is, and he's an athlete. He can be wrong. Look at his body shape. Or he's a nutritionist. He's been trained of all the intricacies of dietetics. That's all great, but there are a couple of but. To begin with, let's mention that out of 10 fitness influencers, 7 or 8 of them became dead not thanks to their knowledge, but thanks to their good genes and old organisms which, despite all their idiocy, managed not only not to die, but also somehow miraculously grew. And the same applies to nutritionists, put on severe calorie deficit. Seeing the example that in concentration camps, fat people were not. It's about getting rid of excess weight, for example. In the practice, everything works in a very prosaic way. If you create a calorie deficit at more than 20% for a long period of time, you can be sure that your thyroid gland will be the first to react to it by worsening its function. The second reaction is testosterone decreases, and the drugs struggle down with it. As a result, we have very poor health, potency problems, body ages, and so on. This usually ends with you being notified that you need testosterone replacement therapy. And finally, so it's not often at cortisol. Let's remember him. Here, it will stay high for a while to give you the maximum possible of water and fat and make you look exactly how you feel. After all, a person on a really proper diet is bound to look and feel like shit. Third, give up alcohol. I already made a separate video about bad habits and mentioned alcohol and smoking in this video. But let me summarize the main points. The first of which is that I've never seen a good level of testosterone in a person who drinks alcohol at least a couple times a week on a regular basis. It is worth remembering that alcohol, when consumed on a regular basis, destroys us. Any dosage of alcohol is harmful. Drinking alcohol takes away your health. And all stories that someone had a dad, grandfather, uncle who drank all his life and had 10 children. You can finish at the point that no one did a DNA analysis on their offspring, and whose children this alcohol had is a big question. In the case of alcohol in our body, everything works very simply. We do two things by drinking it a lot. We reduce testosterone production because of negative effect on our testicles, and as a result, after a couple or 3 years, we almost always get such handsome, unhealthy looking, obese female type man with reduced level of testosterone. 4. Get a good night's sleep. Yeah, dear guys, you need to sleep minimum 6 hours a day, preferably at night, when there are fewer stimulation by sounds and etc. Because we need a deep sleep. Ideally, you should set aside time in the day for 8 hours of good full sleep. There are a full-fledged sleep guide in my Discord channel. Please read it and solve this problem once and for all. 6. Reduce stress. Here we get close to another cause of consistently low testosterone. In the broad sense of the word, in this section, I will mention 2 most common manifestations of it. The main ones, of course, is work and everything related to it, and studies, toxic relationships, parents who constantly scold you, bad friends. If you don't want to be like this by the time you're 25, learn to change your attitude to constantly stressful situations. Work on yourself. You don't want to spend nights in an anxious state because of any problem that doesn't even let you get a good night's sleep. That will give you such a big later on that no amount of money will pay for it. 7. Reduce number of workouts. Understand that training a lot for a person who does not take steroids is not just counterproductive, it is dangerous. You expose yourself to such stress to eliminate of consequences of which the body throws all the forces. I know a lot of guys who train in the gym every day, and they have 0 results and feel bad. A lot of training is bad for you. Don't use such method on intensifying your workout as refusal reps, drop sets, or another stuff that even athletes who use steroids can't always tolerate. I implemented this list into my life thanks to Sashan, who is one of my sensei. I also want to talk about supplements. Everyone has heard about ashwagandha, the various test boosters, and etc. I wrote about this in my Discord channel, about the correct dosages, or where to buy, what brand is better, and so on, because the timing of the video is not endless and the conversation about it can get long. And that's all. And that was Nick. Bye.